Welcome into the Chiefs Report. I'm your host, Harrison Graham. Appreciate everybody who submitted their questions by using hashtag Chiefs on our last video. It is mailbag time, so let's go ahead and jump on in. If you want to be on our next mailbag, use hashtag Chiefs and ask in the comments. All right, Monkey Mayhem is first up here. Project Mahomes' career stats and accolades when it's all said and done. So I'll focus more on the stats, and I basically just threw some darts here. Here's what he's done up to this point. 3 years as a starter, only missed a couple of games, 46 career games. This is, of course, regular season stats, 66%, 14,000 yards, 114 TDs, 24 picks, and then a QB rating of almost 110. Let's just say Patrick Mahomes plays 15 more years. He's 25, right? So let's say he plays till he's 40, then he hangs it up. I did his average stats per year of what he's done so far and added that up to what he's currently done for 15 more years, and this is what you end up with roughly. 66%, we'll just go with his career percentage right now, 81,000 yards roughly, 594 touchdowns, 144 picks. If he does that, he's probably the greatest quarterback of all time. So we'll see what ends up happening. But, hey, if he's healthy and if the Chiefs continue to invest around him, who knows? I think he's going to put up monster numbers throughout the rest of his career. As far as accolades go, a couple more Super Bowls, a couple more MVPs. I think that would be a very good scenario for everyone involved. Now, here's the question I have for you guys. Will Patrick Mahomes pass Tom Brady in career touchdown passes? Brady's still playing, obviously. I think he has 581. On that projection, I had 594 for Mahomes, but we know Brady's probably going to get 600-plus playing a couple more years. Type Y for yes. Type in for no. Will Patrick Mahomes surpass Tom Brady? Now, we have Patrick Mahomes jerseys available, and this red one specifically right now is only $89.99. These are usually well over $100. Nike NFL Authentic jerseys. Go to the link below, chatsports.com/MahomesRed. That link will be in the comments. It'll be in the description, so if you're at home thinking, I can't remember that link, just click on the link in the video, and hey, you can get a jersey for just $89.99. The season is almost here. The time is now to represent Patrick Mahomes. Freddie Martinez is next up here using hashtag Chiefs. Do you think the Chiefs will win the division if Aaron Rodgers is traded to the Broncos? I think this is still Kansas City's division to lose, even if Denver does get Rodgers. Now, that does make it a two-team division, which that has not been the case in recent years. The Chiefs have owned this division outside of that 1 year where the Chargers also went 12-4 a few years back. Other than that, Kansas City has dominated. If Denver gets Rodgers, the reigning MVP, that makes things interesting because Denver's got a good defense. They've got some intriguing young weapons on the outside, and Jerry Jeudy and Courtland Sutton coming back from injury. That offensive line's in pretty good shape as well. I would still lean Kansas City, but Denver would be a team that you would have to recognize as a legitimate threat to you in the AFC West if that were to happen. Now, get subscribed to the Kansas City Chiefs Report because we are closing in on 18,000 subscribers. You see that link below. It's youtube.com/ChiefsTV. Share that with all of Chiefs Kingdom. And also, for everyone watching, which you are, hit that red subscribe button. It's right below the video. Just click it, turn the notification bell on. That way you never miss a video here on the Chiefs Report. Jackson is next up. I'm not even going to attempt that last name. What's the holdup with not signing Justin Houston? Would he be more reliable than Alex Okafor? So Houston got cut by the Chiefs a couple of years ago, goes to the Colts, and plays well. Last year had 8 sacks, 10 TFLs, has proven he can still get it done as a pass rusher in the NFL. Obviously, Kansas City signed Alex Okafor a couple of days ago, brought him back to play opposite of Frank Clark, which we know Frank Clark's future is looking a little bit muddy at best right now, so we'll see what happens there. I would like to see Justin Houston come on board as well. I think he's been more consistent, more healthy in recent years, but in terms of what the holdup is, I don't really know. I don't really know what's holding up the Chiefs and Justin Houston at this point in time. Should the Chiefs sign him? What do you think? Would you like to bring back a Kansas City Chiefs legend? Type S for sign, type P for pass. I would love to see it. I think he could be productive. I think it would be beneficial. And, hey, he can chase a Super Bowl in Kansas City. So type S for sign him or type P for pass on him. Grayson Neely, hashtag Chiefs. Hey, Graham. Hey, Neely, when are the Chiefs going to give Tyrann Mathieu his extension? I'm thinking during training camp. Hey, how about today? How about tomorrow? I'm down. Let's get this thing done. Tyrann Mathieu has been a monster with Kansas City. He's been a leader on the field. He's been a playmaker on the field. He's great in the community. He loves this team. He loves his teammates. He loves the coaching staff. He is a great teammate. There's no reason to not get Tyrann Mathieu locked up long term. There's been murmurs. There's been chatter. Oh, when's it going to happen? I think a deal gets done. I think they'll get him locked up before week 1. Hopefully during training camp sometime, so that's not a distraction during the season, because if you get into the regular season and this is still going on, he's on the last year of his deal. Things could get a little bit tricky at that point in time. I don't think that'll happen. I think a deal gets done between Honey Badger and the Kansas City Chiefs. Give me a follow on Twitter at HGramNFL, because, hey, if Tyrann Mathieu signs, I'm going to tweet about it first, and then we're going to make a video about it here on this channel. So my Twitter is the place to go for immediate Chiefs news and reaction. So give me a follow. Also, for these mailbags, you can ask me questions over there, and I'll answer them here, or I'll just answer them on Twitter. So hit that follow button at HGramNFL, and, let's talk some Chiefs football. Let's have some fun. Jonas next up. How many games should the Chiefs start Patrick Mahomes for if they end up winning every game? Do they go for 20-0, or do they rest him for the rest of the season to develop another QB to groom? Well, number one, you don't need to develop another quarterback to groom. I mean, if you want to develop Shane Buechele to be your long-term backup, that's fine, but you've got your quarterback for the next 15 years. My attitude on this, honestly, is I think you play your starters until you lose a game. If you're 10, 11, 12, 13-0, rest is valuable. I get that. The Super Bowl is the ultimate goal, but if you have a chance at a perfect season, I think you have to go for that. You can't play scared. You can't be like, but what if we get hurt? You can get hurt in practice. This is a violent sport. It can happen at any time. So my attitude is very simple. You play your starters until you lose a game. Now, you're 12-1, 13-1, like they were last year. You rest your guys the last game or two if you've secured home field throughout the playoffs. But if you're sitting there the last few games of the year unbeaten, hey, go for it, man. That's what I say. I don't think there's any reason to not do that. So should the Chiefs chase a 20-0 season this year, type 1 for yes, type 2 for no, I say hell yes, man. Take a swing, see what happens. You could lose week 1 to the Browns. That's a good football team. But like I said, you get into November, December, you're still unbeaten. Play your guys, man. Let's see if the Chiefs can run the table this year. 1 for yes or 2 for no. I actually made a video about this. 5 ways the Chiefs could go 20-0. These 5 things need to happen. You see this thumbnail right here. If you're in the video tab, after you've subscribed on our channel, you can find this video. Just did this recently last week. So, hey, there you go. Go check it out. How could the Chiefs go 20-0? Well, I gave 5 reasons on that video. Dias Davison, what is the Chiefs' biggest weakness going into the season? There's not a lot. This is a really good team ready to win. But I do think CB2 is a question mark. You let Bashaud Breeland walk. Charvarius Ward was not great last year, to put it nicely. I thought he took a step back. I like Rashad Fenton. I think he's more of your nickel, though. So I think that's a question. Can Charvarius Ward come back and be productive? Can a guy like DeAndre Baker push him? How about Mike Hughes, a guy you just traded for earlier this offseason? So we'll see. I feel good about L'Jarius Sneed. I think Rashad Fenton can hold down the fort at nickel, but CB2, I think, is the biggest question mark on this roster, biggest weakness. Maybe defensive end if Frank Clark gets a major suspension. We will have to wait and see. That's all for today's show. Don't forget to subscribe. More videos coming very soon here on the Chiefs Report.